All right, guys, welcome to something new. I'm going to try something a little bit different here. I've been able to write some articles lately for Daddy Leagues and want to try something a little bit different. And instead of writing an article, make a video. So it's been a while since we'll be able to push out something to everybody, the Daddy Leagues community. I know Madden 17 has been out for a little over a month now. A lot of CFMs are out there going and blowing really deep into seasons. Guys are getting tons of games in, and owners are finding that exactly that fits just for them. Now, look, I can't answer any of your questions. I know there's a lot of comments on the articles about when is Daddy Leagues going to be ready? Is it going to be ready? Is it going to work? All these other questions that are coming up. I can't answer any of that stuff. I can tell you, though, that they are working on it. There should be a solution coming out soon. I can't answer any of your questions, though. I don't actually have any control over any of that. I just help push out some content. So one of the things I wanted to do, and the reason I want to do this a little bit differently, is use the ratings that we do have online for Daddy Leagues and point out a few players that may be hidden. And the way I've kind of looked at this tonight is any player that's rated under 70 overall. Now, I'll admit, I cheated on the first guy, all right? I'm going to cheat a little bit on the first guy, but everybody else, I think I'm pretty good. They're going to be under 70. And these are going to be guys that I feel like can be potential playmakers for your team that you can pick up really cheap, maybe fly under the radar. They may even be free agents in the league that you're in, and you'll be able to pick them up. These are young guys. These are all young guys that you can build up, and they're not finished products. They're going to be good players that can immediately start to make an impact on your team, or with just a little bit of help, they can get there. So let's go ahead and start off with the first one. We're going to start with the quarterback, Jacoby Brissett from the New England Patriots. Now, I know this guy's getting a little popularity out there because, of course, Bill Belichick starts him. They pick up a win for the undefeated New England Patriots in the NFL. But this guy really can make some plays for you in Madden. He's got 76 speed, so he's got a little bit of mobility there. 72 strength for a quarterback, so he can make some plays with his feet. He's not a burner, all right? Quarterbacks in this Madden don't seem to be able to move around like they did back in the early Maddens when you had Michael Vick running around all over the place. This guy has a cannon for an arm. He's got 94 throwing power. There we go. I can spit it out. 80 short accuracy, 77 medium, and 75 D. This guy is a very well-rounded player. 76 play action, 82 throwing on the run. He can make all the plays that you need him to make, and he's a rookie. This guy has the potential to be a stud. You just plug and play, let him go out, eat, and make plays for you. This is a guy that you need to pick up if you need a quarterback. Let's go ahead and move over to the halfback. Now, this is a little hard, all right? There's a lot of guys out there that can make plays. I was looking for somebody under 70 overall that has some key stats. I know that you guys can probably leave your comments about what you look for in a quarterback or running back, all these positions. I'm just going to talk about from my point of view of what I look for. I'm looking for speed, strength, ball carrier vision. Those are the attributes that I like to have, and if you can catch, that's even a bigger bonus. This guy, Raheem Morset from the Bears, is a playmaker. 67 overall, only 24 years old. 93 speed, 94 acceleration, 87 agility, and 72 strength. This guy can move. He can move around. He can cut back. He can do all the things that you need your running back to do. And he's got an elusiveness of 74, spin move of 84, a juke of 86. Doesn't have much of a stiff arm, all right? He's going to fall when he gets hit, but in the open field, he's going to be hard to bring down. 73 carry, needs some work. 73 ball carry vision, needs some work. I don't think ball carry vision is that terrible. I think that's pretty good for a 24-year-old running back who's under 70 overall. But this guy has some potential to be a really good playmaker for you. He's even got 42 pass block, so he can stay in and maybe buy your quarterback some extra time if he's in there on third down. I like him. 55 route running. Look, he's not going to be a super elusive receiver out of the backfield, but he can still catch the ball at 63. I think 63 is plenty enough for a halfback. Over at receiver, I'm going with J.J. Nelson, 24-year-old wide receiver for the Arizona Cardinals. It comes in at 67 overall, 96 speed, 94 acceleration. he can move it. He can pick them up and put them down really quick. Here's what I like about him. 88 jump, 83 catch, 78 catching traffic. There we go, I found it. 76 spectacular catch, all right? He's going to struggle with the route running, only 67. He's weak as all get out. My grandma's probably stronger than him. He's only got 39 strength. Can't run block for you. He's going to be more of a slot, a fourth receiver type of guy. But this guy can pick him up and put him down, can get behind the defense, and he can catch the ball, all right? I like him. He actually plays a little bit better than what his ratings give you. 86 ball carrier vision, 80 spin, 80 elusiveness. So this guy can make some moves, 84 juke. He can move around. 63 carry. I don't like that, but I actually use this guy in some leagues. He doesn't put the ball on the ground all that much. Just kind of depends on your settings. It's something you need to work on. This guy is a guy you can pick up probably fairly cheap, and you can plug and play him as that slot receiver all day long. Moving over to the offensive line, I actually left out tight end. All right, there's a ton of tight ends. I think you can just find one pretty easy. But let's look at offensive line. This is actually the most difficult position to find, because offensive line in general is not rated very well in this Madden. I'm interested to see how the drafts kind of work out. Kyle Friend, center from the New York Jets, 62 overall. Listen to this guy's stats though. It's a 69 speed, all right? So he's gonna be able to get out there, so you get to the second level pretty quickly. 84 acceleration, 96 strength. Don't ever have to look at that. You don't have to put any stats in that. Let him be. He is good right where he's at. Run blocking of 74, pass blocking of 76, impact blocking of 72. Okay, you want to get that impact up. That run block's got to come up. That pass block's got to come up. But those are pretty decent stats for a 22-year-old rookie who's only 62 overall. What's the most expensive is that strength, that speed. You don't even have to worry about that. That guy's got it. I love Kyle Friend as a plug-and-play center, and give him some work, getting him some extra XP, and really work on him. Moving over to the Detroit Lions, the right guard position, I like Brandon Thomas. He comes in at 67 overall, 25-year-old player. Here's why I like him. Again, he's got some nice speed. 68 speed, 79 acceleration. He's going to get out there on those counters. He's going to get out there on those screen plays. He's going to be able to get to that second level. Again, just like Kyle Friend, 93 strength. I like his run block, 79. Pass block of 73. And look at this, impact blocking, 83. That's right. This guy's got some nice right out when you move him into your starting line. He's got some nice stats that you can start to build on already. I like Brandon Thomas. If you can get him, you need to pick him up if you need that offensive line help. Moving over to the LA Rams in the left guard, David Akron. He comes in at 63 overall, a little bit older. He's 28 years old, so that means it's going to be a little bit tougher to work on. He does have 91 strength, though. 74 pass block, 76 run block, 81 impact block, so that impact block's pretty nice. Not nearly as fast as these other guys, only 59 speed. Does have 73 acceleration, so that is going to help you on a couple of those counters, maybe some sweeps. Going to struggle on the screen play a little bit, but another guy that's probably going to be able to be picked up pretty cheap and be able to plug and play on your offensive line and give you a decent offensive lineman that you can work on. Moving over to the defense, again, defensive line, really difficult to pick. The offensive and defensive line were my toughest two positions to kind of find exactly where you can find playmakers. Daquan Jones, though, left end from the Tennessee Titans, comes in at 68 overall, 24 years old. This guy's got 85 strength, and here's what I like about him, 89 block shed. 79 with the power moves. He's going to be a power guy. He's going to move that pocket to 3-4 defense. Not fast. Does have some acceleration at 77. Does have some awareness at 72. So he's not the dumbest guy that you could ever pick to put out there. He can get out there and make some plays. He also has some play recognition of 72. 87 tackle, tackling machine, 83 pursuit. He's not going to give up on the play. He's going to cover up that backside. He's got 70 hit power. Nothing to brag about, but nothing to be too embarrassed about, all right? I think this guy can make some plays for you. His jump isn't as high as you'd probably want to see, but this guy can make plays, okay? This is a guy that you can probably pick up pretty cheap. I think he's a plug-and-play guy from day one. Let him go make plays for you in a 3-4 defense. Moving over to the middle linebackers, I like Kevin Reddick, the middle linebacker from the Buffalo Bills, 67 overall, 26 years old, a little bit older than these other guys that we're talking about. 80 speed, all right, not the super fastest guy that you can find, but 89 acceleration, 76 strength. This guy can make plays, all right? He's strong, he's going to hold the point of attack, and he's quick, so he's going to get in that hole, and he's going to cover it up pretty quick. 85 block shed, love that about him. Power moves, finesse moves, both of those are a struggle. Like his tackle, 79, you can easily get that up in the 80s really, really quick. 72 hit power is a little low. Want to get that up. Want to get that play recognition up from 66, but I like his pursuit just as a starting stat line as soon as you get him at 74. His catch is not too terrible, 79. I've seen worse. Now here's a guy that I really like, zone coverage of 75. Not going to do a whole lot of man-to-man, but he's quick enough to cover that zone. He's smart enough to make some plays for you. I like Kevin Reddick as a guy that you can pick up and make plays. Moving over to the Seattle Seahawks, who are absolutely stacked at linebacker. This right outside linebacker, 60 overall, 26 years old. Watch these stats: 90 speed, 89 acceleration, 73 strength. This guy is strong and he's quick as all hell. All right, this guy can make some plays for you. Zone coverage of 73, man coverage of 63. He can cover up everybody. Here's where you worry about him, though. 63 tackles, terrible. 70 pursuits, okay. Yeah, I mean, we want to get that up around 75 and higher, but it's okay. You love the hit power. 80 hit power. The play recognition at 56, the awareness at 56, the tackle at 63, the power and finesse moves, and the block shed at 61. Those are all terrible, all right? That's why he's 60 overall. I think you can get him pretty cheap. You can give him some boost, get him some XP. Love his catch. He can cover guys. He can play the zone. He's super fast, and he can catch everything thrown his way with 73. Moving on over to right outside linebacker with the Miami Dolphins, Brandon Watts. This guy's a 64 overall, 25 years old. Let's look at some stats I really like about him. 87 speed, 90 acceleration. I love his tackle of 75. Yeah, you want to get that a little bit higher, but it's not bad to start off with. 76 hit power, 78 pursuit. Love all of these stats. 55 catch, not too bad. Love the zone coverage of 73. I love the man coverage of 66. These are all really good stats that I think are going to come in handy for you if you're able to pick him up. Awareness, 56. Terrible. Power moves, block shed, finesse moves, play recognition. None of that is any good for this guy, all right? He needs some work. That's why he's 64 overall. This is a guy I think that you could trade for, put a little bit into, and he could be a playmaker for you. Let's go over to cornerback. I like Anthony Brown for the Cowboys. 22 years old, 68 overall. This guy can run with the best of them. 95 speed, 91 acceleration. Love his strength, all right? He's going to be able to hold the point of attack on those run blocks. 73 strength. Love his catch, 68. He can catch the ball that comes his way. He can make a play on it. Love his man coverage, 77. For a young cornerback that's under 70 years old, I can live with 74 zone, all right? I can live with 79 press. There's very few things about this guy that I don't like. Love his 76 overall pursuit. Here's where you don't like him. I love the 51 block shed. I think that those are pretty good for an under 70 cornerback. Love it. I don't like his play recognition. I don't like his awareness. His hit power isn't too bad either. 62 overall is not terrible for a cornerback. 55 tackles, okay. You're not going to move him to safety, all right? But this guy can make some plays for you. He's a guy that if you can get him from the Dallas Cowboys, you'll be able to let him make some plays with very little work. Let's go over to the free safety. Again, talking about those Seattle Seahawks. Steven Terrell, 25-year-old free safety, comes in at 68 overall. speed 92, acceleration 90. All right, this guy is fast and he can cover. Zone coverage 77, man coverage is 71. You could even think about moving him over to strong safety. Here's why I'd probably avoid that. He can catch everything. Love the catch of 70. This guy can do it. I even like the hit power of 70. Yeah, I want to see that a little bit higher. I think you can get that to 75 and up pretty quickly. Here's what I don't like about him. Tackle 55, all right? You could probably take this guy, move him over to cornerback, all right? Get him some man coverage skills, get that up in the high 70s, move him over to cornerback, let him play nickel, dime, maybe even put him over as a second cornerback and let him make plays for you because he does have that block shed of 50. I think that this is a guy with just a little bit of work. He can make some plays for you. Steven Terrell, free safety from the Seattle Seahawks. And the last guy that we're going to talk about tonight is a guy that I've had on my team last match. He is a playmaker. Desmond Southworth, 25-year-old strong safety. Comes in at 66 overall. He's got 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 92 injury. I like that. He's going to be on the field. He's going to be able to make plays for you. All right, man coverage of 79, zone coverage of 75, and a press of 77. This guy has played cornerback. You can move him over to cornerback, let him go make some plays for you. He's even got block shed of 63. I like him at strong safety. Look, he struggles with the tackle, 67, but it's high enough you can get that up pretty easy. Love his hit power of 79. Play recognition, awareness, 49. Those two struggle. Pursuit of 72 at strong safety. You want to see that a little bit higher, all right? But I think these are plays that you can work with. 57 catch, not perfect, but pretty good. Not bad for a guy that's under 70. So there's a look at a couple of players, offense and defense, lines, linebackers, playmakers, just a handful of guys that are under 70 that I really like, that I think that you can pick up pretty cheap. They're young enough that you can work on them, and these are guys that can go make some plays for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just trying something new with the video. Next time we'll kick out an article so that you guys can watch this. I know not everybody has the ability to watch these videos, so we'll make sure we get you some articles that you can read. But here is my outlook on a couple of under-the-radar players that you can pick up in your Madden leagues. Leave us your comments. Let us know what you think. And hold tight. I know that the Daddy League staff is working on getting you the solutions that you need. I know that they are partnering with EA, and that should be done and ready for you very soon. I know everyone's itching to use it. Everyone loves Daddy Leagues. It just comes in so handy. We all miss it right now. But it is coming. Give them a little time, a little patience. Thanks for watching the video tonight. Leave us your comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts on some players that maybe I've missed, maybe some players that you agree with or you don't agree with. We'll see you on the other side, fellas.